We are at the Caesars Sportsbook in New Orleans. I'm Tim Doyle, along with the Wizard in the box, Kenny White, the Wizard of Odds, who we actually have to keep him in parts unknown. And we're going to go through this Final Four here in New Orleans and give you the winners out there. So Wizard in the box, Duke and Carolina, who is your lock?
Hey, Tim, this is going to be a great game, and I'm glad they took the straitjacket off, at least for this segment. So they've left me in the box, and I've been talking to the Magic Ball all day long about this Tobacco Road rivalry, one of the best rivalries in all of college basketball. And you know what? Duke wants the revenge, but North Carolina doesn't care about that. North Carolina wants to win this basketball game. Tim, I see this game. The Magic Ball is saying this game goes down to the wire. It's a close game throughout. The team who scores last wins the basketball game. And the last time I checked, there's no 5-point play in the college basketball. So I'm taking North Carolina plus the points.
Oh, Wizard, I didn't want to hear that to start off this segment, okay? But I'll say this. If North Carolina could duplicate what it did to spoil the last game at home for Coach K, not one, not two, not three, 4 different Carolina players scored 20-plus points. Wizard, Carolina in that game was 11-point underdog, and they pulled off the W. I'm going to say they're suspect. They can't do that again. I think Duke, what a game against Texas Tech. 8 field goals down the stretch, made all 8 of them. And how did they respond, Wizard? They knocked off an Arkansas team that made Gonzaga look really ordinary. I think Duke lay the points here. So Wizard and I are on opposite sides. Let's go to the quote-unquote undercard. I didn't say it, Bill Self did it, all right? Wizard in the box. Kansas and Villanova, what's your lock?
Wow, Tim, yeah, this is the undercard, but I hope Bill himself doesn't play that too much to his players because they could get upset here. We know Jay Wright and how good he is. Even though they're now down to basically a 5-man rotation without Justin Moore, that was a big loss, their second leading scorer. So when you lose that type of firepower from a team who already shortens the basketball game, I think it's less points. Villanova's defense is going to have to come through. I trust the first half under the total because the one thing we know, Tim, I looked into the Magic Ball and it said there will be no overtime in the first half. So I'm going under the total in Kansas and Villanova.
You know, Wizard, betting unders puts me in a bad mood. It's like going to a wedding, Wizard, and rooting for divorce or famine or disease. You're rooting for missed shots. You're rooting for the dome, Wizard, to play tricks on these players' eyes. The one trick that's not going to be played is Villanova at the free throw line. Get out your magic wand, Wizard, and bless this Villanova team because shooting over 80% on the season, the mistake-free basketball that they play game in and game out. I want to bring Villanova home to meet my mother. They got a great 401k. They mow their lawn. They got the sprinkler system. They take good care of their house. They're the safe bet here. Plus, Jay Wright getting points, Wizard. Oh, he's been outstanding with that number, especially in the Final Four. I'm going to take the dog in this spot. You want missed shots, but with all the totals out there of these two games, is there a total to you, Wizard, that stands out? Wizard in the box. Is there a total that is a lock?
Well, thank you, Tim. And you know what? I hate to depress you with totals. And you know I'm the Undertaker. But I'm going to give you an over of my best total of these two games. And it has to be the North Carolina-Duke game. They're going to go up tempo. Both teams play fast. Both teams shoot the basketball exceptionally well. And they have great three-point shooters on both teams. It is going to be a fun time in the Caesars Superdome. It's going to be an up and down game, both teams back and forth. And as I said, the last team that scores wins the basketball game. But this game's going to be 81-80. Go over, Tim, the 151.
Wizard makes me happy. I see points, and I like that, okay? But in a high-scoring game, Wizard, let's go to the Wizard of them all on the court. Paolo, sweet Paolo Banchero. You look at his total, 17.5 points. Does the superstar freshman for Duke go over that number. Wizard in the box. Is Paolo going over 17 a lock?
Well, if one of these, they're going to both score 80 points, and Paolo is the number one option for Duke. He can score inside, he can score outside. And you know what? North Carolina, when they score, Duke's going to match them score for score. So yes, Paolo will get his points once again. He will go over 17.5 points in the Superdome on Saturday.
Wizard, I've heard stories that you could score on the court as well, and I heard stories that you could score off the court as well. That will be served for a different day at a different time, okay? But Paolo took 26 shots last time Duke played North Carolina. It wasn't enough as the Tar Heels won on the road. But Wizard, when you look at this giant Final Four and you dive into your crystal ball, who will be the champion of New Orleans, Wizard?
You know, first, Tim, though, I was thinking of a parlay, maybe like a Will Smith, Chris Rock parlay, that they come together and play 2-on-2 or 1-on-1 basketball against each other. But the championship game, let's go with my pick from the beginning, one of my top picks from the beginning, because I do have a ticket on them at 70-1 to win it all, and that's the North Carolina Tar Heels. And I know you think Duke is playing great basketball. They have played well, but North Carolina actually is playing great basketball with a blowout of Marquette, a blowout of Baylor. Yeah, it came down to overtime, but they still won the game. But their next two were just as impressive in the Sweet 16 and Elite 8. North Carolina right now, I think, has the best odds to win it all.
The Wizard says that 8 is great as the seed is real for North Carolina, shattering the storybook ending when he looks into his crystal ball of Coach K. I am on the opposite side. I think Duke had the highest ceiling, Wizard, and I think they needed those wins to grow that confidence, grow that belief. They needed to wear the crystal sneakers out there in order to get the belief that they go out and win a national championship. They're your favorite right now, but Wizard in the box, I'm saying that Duke is my lock.
Well, Tim, we'll have to maybe put a dozen beignets on this basketball game. I love North Carolina. I understand why you love Duke. They are a great team, but I still feel that pressure to win it all for Coach K could be real.
Now, I could tell you where he is out there, but then, well, we all know what I'd have to do with this hammer. For Kenny White, I'm Tim Doyle. Let's get lucky in New Orleans.
Tim Doyle, always entertaining. Kenny, somebody let him out of the box. Hope you've been watching from the First Four to the Final Four. You can watch every game live on the March Madness Live app before it is too late. Download.